This dish, Barilla and American pasta, well, they're fine in a pinch. You can just grab the box and kind of stick them in the water. But if you really want to kick things up a notch and cook authentically, why not make your own homemade pasta? How great is that? I mean, like I said, the boxes, they're fine, but I hear that making your own is much easier than you think. And of course, it tastes a lot better, but I'll be the judge of that. I will, as well as Diego and Dora, who are also in the kitchen with Chef Christopher Wolf from the Arizona Culinary Institute. We kind of invited you to cook with all of us today. Isn't that cool?
Yes, I was told.
We had to do a little bit of like Dora Diego 101.
Yeah.
So now he knows how cool you are already. Okay, good.
Pumped. Well, I was told before I came down here that we wanted to do something fun so that Diego and Dora could help us show something that the kids could do at home.
Yeah.
Be really fun and interesting. It is the summer. The kids probably getting a little bored this time of year. They don't have anything to do. Here's a perfect thing to do when mom and dad are home. They're watching their favorite show on TV. And they need something to do. Why not make fresh pasta? It's delicious. The kids love it, and it's a lot of fun to do in the kitchen.
All right, well, let's get our hands going. Let's do it.
Here's what we do. First of all, super easy recipe. All we need is 8 ounces of flour, a little bit of salt, and 3 egg yolks. You want to make a nice little well here in your flour, just put it right on the counter. So we do it right on the countertop? Right on the countertop. Just make sure it's clean first. You're going to pour your eggs right in the middle of the flour. Take a little bit of fork, start to beat your eggs. Just like this. What happens?
This is a kitchen mission, okay?
Okay, yes.
You guys know missions.
You want to create the perfect pasta. How's that? And you just start to slowly work your flour in while you're beating the egg yolks, working in from the side, and then the fun part comes, and the kids want to dive in. This is when we get to get a little bit dirty. Get in there with our fingers, of course, make sure our hands are clean. All you want to do is work all this flour into the egg yolk. Cool. See?
You know what, Chef Christopher? I've never made this before.
Never made fresh pasta?
I've never, ever. I really thought it required like a lot of fancy tools and a lot of like kind of fancy ingredients.
Not at all. Stephanie, I am disappointed in you.
I know. There's a first for everything.
I certainly hope after today you'll go home and get the kids involved, and maybe you and your husband and have a nice little fresh pasta evening.
Maybe I'll even invite Diego and Dora over.
Yeah, we'll come over.
So you keep working all this flour into the egg yolks, and what you want to do is keep working this till you have a nice dough. Okay, you want all the flour to get incorporated, and it's going to be really sticky at first, but after it's done being sticky, it'll kind of come together and look like a nice little bread dough. Now, while my hands are nice and dirty here, so I'm going to have Diego and Dora actually move us on to the next step. What I've done is I have some dough that's already ready here. So Diego, why don't you grab one of those pieces of dough for me? All right.
All right.
Fantastic. Why don't you take
Diego, you ever
bit of
had a mission like this before?
No, this is the first.
No.
You put it down on that flour and kind of flatten it out with your hand a little bit. See how easy this is? Turn it over, get a little bit of flour on the other side. I want you to do, and Dora can help you. Diego, why don't you come over here, take your pasta, and feed it right through this pasta machine right here. Now, what you need to do is feed with one hand and crank the pasta with, with the other hand. Now it's going to come out the other side. Yes. So you want to pull that sheet of pasta out the other side. Very good.
Cool. Yay.
Perfect. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to switch this, make it thinner. Why don't you do that again? Go ahead and you're going to keep running it through until it gets nice and thin. Okay? Come on, Diego, don't be shy. Get in there. Help Dora do all the work.
All right.
Fantastic. Great. So let's go ahead. Awesome. And once again, we'll make this a little thinner. Keep going.
Keep going. All right.
Now, these pasta machines, they're not very expensive. You can get them at any of your kitchen supply stores. Is
that good?
Why don't you go one more time?
All right.
Get in one of your kitchen supply stores. They're not too expensive. And if you get one, if you take care of it, it should last a lifetime. So
really?
For investment, you just get one.
What do you mean by not expensive? I'm just curious.
Well, for me, not expensive is, $50.
Oh, no, that's
not too bad.
So now that we have our pasta dough nice and thin, we're going to switch this over and we're going to make our fettuccine. So why don't you pick up the dough? We're going to run it through this right here.
All right, Dora, help me out.
Yeah, we need a team effort here.
All right.
Let's feed that through nice and straight. You got it. That's what we get coming out the other side.
Yeah, fettuccine.
Fettuccine, look at that.
So cool.
All right. Now, what it's best to do is you're going to take that fettuccine, toss it in a little bit of flour, let it dry a little bit until you have something that looks like this. And what you need to do, this is where you're going to definitely need Mom and Dad's help because we have some hot boiling water. We don't want to
I'll stand in for Mom and Dad. I'll be your godmom.
Now, the nice thing about fresh pasta is after the kids have made this, maybe they're getting a little impatient. It doesn't take nearly as long as dried pasta to cook.
It doesn't?
Nope. All you got to do, put it in the water. It takes about 2 minutes, maybe. if that.
Oh, wow.
So the kids by this point, they're nice and hungry. They're probably getting a little bit grumpy. And, we've been working so hard to make this pasta.
What if you wanted to do like a spinach pasta or something? Could there'd be a different recipe, or it'd be kind of essentially the same?
What you would do is you'd actually take your spinach and saute it and puree it, and then fold it into your pasta.
And then put it in there.
Now, obviously, you would of course need a little bit more flour to compensate.
Diego and Dora are probably going, yeah, spinach pasta, no thanks.
What about chocolate pasta?
Yeah, chocolate pasta.
You know what? I've actually made chocolate pasta before, and instead of a tomato sauce, maybe put a little raspberry sauce on top.
Ooh.
There you go. Pasta becomes dessert. I bet you didn't realize you could do that. So today what we have here to kind of finish this off, every kid loves a good old tomato sauce.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of nice, fresh, homemade marinara, which we actually did a segment a couple months ago on Sonoran Living Live. If all you viewers at home were paying attention.
Of course they were. And if not, they can get the recipe off of the website.
Absolutely. So we got a little warm marinara sauce. Our fresh pasta's floating to the top. It looks like it's done. We go ahead, take it out of the water.
Wow, that was quick.
Whoa.
Very quick.
Rápido.
It has more boing, 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 springy to it than your traditional stuff. That's what I love about that. Homemade stuff.
Go ahead, we toss it in. Hopefully Mom and Dad are still helping at this point because we're dealing with some hot pans here. Go ahead and toss the pasta. Yoop.
It's magic.
I know.
There you go. You have fresh homemade pasta.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much for your help. There's a little bit
This is
on
the closest thing to a studio audience we've had in a long time. It's great. All right, you've seen the scene. I know between your busy schedules, you've seen the scene of Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
We'll
yeah, we
try
can't
not
do that
to
because
do
we're
that.
cousins.
No, you're cousins,
Primo.
but you can eat off the same plate, Diego.
Yes, we can.
How is it?
Good.
Delicious.
It's good?
Delicioso.
Should I get...
Qué rico.
Que rico.
Oh, that is
Sí,
good.
que rico.
Stephanie,
Okay.
I have a fork over here for you. Don't
There you go, Diego.
dig in too. Come on. I know you're hungry.
Okay.
This is really good.
It's really good.
It's good, good.
So it's just a fun thing to do. You got a little bit of time on your hands. You know, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Great thing for the family. Great thing to do when you have, like I said, Dora and Explorer on TV.
Now we know how to cook.
Catching up on your favorite shows.
Misión cumplido.
Misión cumplida.
Rescue complete.
All right. That was a lot of fun. Thanks a
Thank you
lot,
very
Chef
much. My
Christopher
pleasure.
Wolf. The Arizona Culinary Institute is, of course, a sponsor of Sonoran Living Live. Great fun for the kids.